Hi guys, we are going to make the rolls that I make for my sister every year. So I just make mine in a bread maker, and it just makes the dough, and then we'll take it out when it's done, and we will make window rolls and bake them. Okay, with a bread machine you're going to have a canister inside that you're going to cook in or whatever, and then it snaps into place. It needs to snap, and then you need to position your little paddle correctly. So we are going to go in the order. 1 cup of lukewarm water, and then we're going to put 3 teaspoons of yeast. Sorry, excuse my machine. It is clean. It just is well loved. So,
you want me to do the yeast?
Yeah, 3 teaspoons of yeast, Daddy. Sorry, I'm using my hand and it's kind of hard. I'm afraid I'm going to drop my thing. I just have a teaspoon over here.
Oh, I didn't know.
3 teaspoons of yeast, and then 2 tablespoons of margarine or butter. So if you want to just grab some butter, I guess. I thought I had everything, but I didn't, did I?
Rubber, honey.
And then this one has an egg in there, so just about 2 tablespoons. Perfect. And an egg, and that all goes in the bottom whenever you're doing the food process or the mixer. The yeast and the salt need to be separated, otherwise it will
kill yeast.
Kill the yeast. I need sugar, which is a 1/4 cup, which is right here. And that is going to help the yeast to grow. So, and you just, whenever you're doing this, if you're doing it in a mixer, then just go ahead and let your yeast bloom in your water. And then, but in here it's so easy, you just dump everything in, it's done. 3 1/4 cup of flour, which Clint's going to put in for me. Make sure you dump it all. You had a little bit left over and it went all over my counter. See how you are? I tell you, cooking is not a clean thing.
Oh, it sticks a lot more than
it
the
does
middle
stick.
one, doesn't it?
Yep. So about 3 1/4 cups of flour, and then 1 teaspoon of salt. And then I'll show you. What was that? 3?
That was a 3.
Okay, because I lost count. Yep, that's good. I eyeball everything. It's just how I cook. And then just about a teaspoon or so of salt. Daddy's gonna do. Are you? Oh, you're not gonna measure?
What do you want?
Teaspoon. Okay, good enough. I always put more than that, but you know, that's me. I'm gonna put a little extra. I like mine a little more flavorful. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and then you close it, and so easy. You set this dial to dough, which on my machine it's 10, and you hit start, and it's 1 hour and 20 seconds, 20 minutes. And then you just want to make sure that it's stirring. Sometimes if you don't get the little thing pressed down all the way, then you'll have issues, but the paddle. But yeah, if you're doing it by a machine like this, so easy. A lot of times you can pick these up for less than 10 bucks at a yard sale, thrift store, whatever you want to do. And so hopefully this will help. I think my brother has one, and he really would like probably to know how to make these.
Yeah.
This recipe, it's one that my grandmother had for a long time. We just adapted it to the bread maker. But if you want more instructions on how to do it by hand, then let me know. And when we come back in about 1.5 hours, we'll make these into rolls. See you then. Okay guys, the dough is done. Let me show you this. So pretty. And that's what you're looking for. Of course, you don't want to, you know, cook it in your bread machine. Clean hands. That's why I always have really rough hands in the winter, because they get so dried out. Sorry. Putting it on baker's paper so that my mess is kind of minimalized. And when I'm done, I can just toss it. I should have put some flour down. So let me get just a little bit of flour. And let me take this out. Don't forget. You'll find it.
One way or another.
One way or another. And don't throw that away because it's important. So let me just grab just a little flour. Daddy, can you put that in the sink? Okay. So first thing I want to do is put a little bit of oil in my dish. This is 9 by 13 and just a tablespoon or so. You don't want tons. I told my my nieces and nephews how to make this once, and I said you put oil in the bottom, and they put like an inch or more of oil.
Oh my gosh.
They did not turn out very well. See what I did? See what I did? I'm gonna make a big mess anyways, but this is so easy. You think homemade rolls are hard? They're not hard. You walk away, the dough's done in an hour and 10 minutes. I think I'm going to separate them out here, and I just want like 12. 3, 6, 9, 12, yeah. And sometimes I make them a little bit too big. So you just grab one and kind of just twist it to the back. Like that. Very simple, guys. I think my grandmother, though, used to like roll it out and stuff. And my best friend, this is how she does it. And I was like, that is so much easier. Charlotta. You just want a little bit of flour just to keep your hands from sticking horribly. 3. You can kind of figure it out. You know, after you've made them a while, you kind of figure it out. There we go. 4. That's how the bottom looks. I mean, they're very rustic.
That's the word I was going to use.
But I love how she did it, and that's the only way I do it nowadays. And you just pop it, put everything under. So you kind of have a smooth top. 5. 6. And I just don't worry too much about it. 7. I cook like my grandmother cooks. You know, I use her recipes. Cooked, she's been gone. September would have been 6 years, and then January will be 6 years for my mom. Or 7 years for my mom, and 7 years for Grandma. Grandma passed in September. My mom passed in February the following year, and then my stepfather actually passed in March before my grandmother passed. Big mess, I tell you. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and then we'll get 3 out of this one. I think I did pretty good. Sometimes though I kind of start off heavy and you'll have bubbles. That's okay because that's just the yeast working. What did I need? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2. See, these are going to be big, aren't they? Like that one I could put a little bit more on. Not that important, but I was making them like quite a bit bigger. These have a bunch of air in it, which is nice. But then we're going to let these rise for another half hour or so. I'm just going to pop that one underneath. And then in your oil, like I said, about a tablespoon, no more than 2. It's just going to put a crispiness on it. I just use this. And you want them touching. That's just the way it's going to be. And my nephew, one of my best friend's little boys, he went home early, and his sister called and says, "What do you want from Aunt Michelle's?" And he said, "All I want is more of those rolls." And my niece said, take them all. Aunt Michelle knows how to make them. She can make more. She wasn't wrong. Okay, and then we're just going to put a towel on it and leave it for about at least half an hour to an hour, depending on when the rest of our meal's done. And then we're going to cook them in a, let me look, 375 for about 15 minutes until they're golden brown. So I'll probably go ahead and turn the oven on now. We're fixing to start our dumplings and our chicken and noodles. See, if you do it on this, it's just so easy. And then I don't have a huge mess to clean up. So, okay guys, we'll be back in a little bit. Okay guys, so this is kind of where we want it to be. If I had more time, I would continue to let them rise, but they are quite a bit risen from last time. I'm going to pop them in the oven, cook them about 15 minutes because the rest of our dinner is ready. And I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Okay guys, here they are. They rose really nice, so you can definitely put them in there then. This is about, what, 15 minutes? 15, 16 minutes, and piping hot and ready to go. I hope you guys give this a try. And I wish you had smell-o-vision because these smell delicious. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make these and let me know what you think. See you in the next video. Bye!
Alright guys, thanks for visiting Tuttings.